Okay. Before we get to this video, I'm going to need you to do me a favor. And I feel like you already know what I'm going to say. Yes, I need you to hit that like button and subscribe. A lot of y'all watch, but y'all don't be subscribing. And I need you to help me out with this. So hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And we are live. It is Ashley with It's Just Different Podcast. And I'm so excited for y'all to be here. Listen, we got three athletes. Y'all know how we do every single Wednesday. We are bringing in athletes and their families. Sometimes it's just like the athlete to give advice. They have made the big decision. Now we're going to talk about it. Before y'all saw the introduction. Before we get started though, I need you to hit the like button. Share this out. If you're new here, the goal is always 20. Now we got 10 real quick. The goal is always 20 live. So go ahead and share this out with somebody. Hit that like button, because if we got 10, we need 10 likes. Hit that like button and let's get ready for a great conversation. What is up, Devin? I knew you would be in the building, Devin. You are always in the building, y'all. Today, we got Meeyah Green committed to Clemson. We have Asia Lee that is committed to Florida State. And we got Ariyana Cradle, who is committed to Louisville. We got three dope athletes that's ready to tell y'all why they made the decision they made, what went into it, what advice. They're 26s, so they are done with the AAU scene, at least. All of them, obviously, you got one more year, but they are done with the AAU scene. What is up? What is up, Marley? How you feeling? You already know it, Marley. You already know. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any commitments. Every single Wednesday, we got a commitment series. So every single Wednesday, we got athletes coming on. Every single Tuesday, a podcast episode drops. Thursday, we have a video where we do breakdowns where I interview a lot of college coaches at tournaments. And I go ahead and break it down and give y'all a little bit more insight. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of the content coming on the channel. And we are going to get right to it. To our first guest, we got Meeyah Green. What is up? How you feeling?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited for this. We got somebody said my first visit. What's up, Skyline Commercial? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so this ain't your last visit. Marley, my mama is not with me today. She will only be with me on the commentation games. And we already, first of all, Meeyah, look like you did your thing because we already at 23. I told you the goal is 20 and we already at 23.
Yeah.
So I'm liking it. But we're going to go ahead and get started. Go ahead and introduce yourself and we're going to get right into it.
I'm Meeyah Green. I'm a senior this year, and I'm committed to play basketball at Clemson.
Committed to play at Clemson. We're going to get right to it. Why did you choose Clemson?
I would say for the most part, a big thing for me for choosing a school was relationship basis. Coach Poppy and like the whole staff, they do a good job of reaching out and checking up on you. That was a big thing for me, was consistently talking to a coach.
Yeah.
Also, playing style. I like to play using ball screens and stuff like that, and they do that, and I think that fit best for me. And also I chose somewhere where I was gonna actually play. And
Yeah.
that's a big thing. I feel like people into looking for schools, you need to go somewhere that you're really gonna play.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I was going to say, when you say that, meaning like one of your goals was to like make an immediate impact as a freshman, or is that okay? So,
yes.
so it sounds like, one, knowing what you want, right? Because I feel like obviously everybody say they want to play, right? Of course, you want to go to a school, you want to play. But to be 100% honest, I don't even know if that's everybody's goal. Like some people, I feel like look at schools and it's just like the name of the school. It's like, okay, I want to go there, right? So I think that's good that for you, it's like narrowing it down to where you're going to play, what the fit is like, and then kind of making your decision. Now, did you put out a top 3 or a top 5 or whatever?
I didn't put it out, but my top three were UCF, Georgia, and Clemson.
Okay. I'm assuming all 3 of those pretty much checked all of the boxes. So
Yes.
what was it about Clemson that kind of gave that edge over the others?
So the Clemson staff, uh, so Coach Poppy, everyone except for Coach Chris, they were all at UTC, and I've been talking to them since like seventh grade. But the goal was obviously to play somewhere with a higher level of basketball. And Coach Chris he was at Ole Miss at the time, but I had been talking to him, and I've always liked talking to him. But as soon as I heard that Coach Poppy and the whole staff was moving to Clemson, I kind of already knew.
You already knew that
Yeah.
relationship. That relationship
Yes.
is key. Now, Clemson is doing their thing, first of all,
They
because
are.
I saw y'all are the number one recruiting class.
Yes. Yes.
Like, number one, talk about that. How does that feel to be a part of the number one recruiting class?
Obviously, it's great. Right now Clemson's in like kind of the rebuilding years, so being able to have an accomplishment like that really helps with that.
Yeah, no, I think that's dope. Dad, I'm coming to you. Can he
Okay,
can
let's
hear me
get it.
right? Okay, perfect.
I get you.
Okay, so obviously at the end of the day, it's the athlete's choice. They the one that's gonna be playing at the program, playing for the coach, etc. But what was it about Clemson that made you feel confident and sending your baby off to that school?
Man, so first thing is, it's a campus that's very safe,
Do me
right?
a
So,
favor, come down a little.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep.
boom. So like the campus is very safe. They really do a good job of making sure the athletes are safe getting back and forth to where they need to be. That's one thing that I was really happy with. Two, some of the similar things that she said, like they were very consistent with her. They've always really cared about our family, right? Like when it's Father's Day, they were one of the first ones to send a Happy Father's Day or a Happy Birthday, and things like that. Mean they're really in tune to our family and understand what we really love about a family environment. Then, of course, their playing style. Like she literally runs a lot of the same stuff they run in high school. So it's like she's jumping right in the mix to something that she already has prior knowledge of, which can actually help her to be more successful in her college career.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Now, for y'all that don't know, Dad, I always go Mom, Dad. I don't know why I don't be calling names, but
It's
Dad
all good.
is Mia's trainer. So we got the dad trainer dynamic, and I want to talk both ways. First with you, Meeyah, and then with you. But Meeyah, what would you say? We're gonna go pros and cons, right? Because I feel
Oh
like
man,
it's
We're
always some
definitely gonna
good and
come from
bad.
cause.
I gotta listen to this.
Yeah, you gotta listen to this. What would
Hey,
you say?
remember,
Go
you
ahead.
gotta go home with me now. You gotta go home with me.
I'll start off with the cons so we can get off
Oh,
on a good start.
There we go. Let's do that. Let's do that. What would you say are the cons about having your dad as your trainer?
So I would say definitely with it being my dad, like obviously you kind of sometimes can get annoyed, like you feel
Yeah.
like you're always doing something right, but I feel like sometimes with him it's like he always sees something that I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so obviously sometimes we have our moments where we go back and forth, but it's always good to have him um, always teaching me something.
Look, now he got you back there a little nervous.
I
No,
know,
I
like
agree.
I'm Debo back here.
Right. Somebody said a parent trainer. I've been waiting for this. That's good. That's why I definitely want to talk about this because I think it's obviously a good dynamic and people only talk about the good, but there are some things at the end of the day. It's the same as like when you got your dad as your coach, right? Or your mom
Yeah.
as your coach. When you got somebody as your coach, it's tough because they own you the
Yeah.
hardest. They gonna critique everything. You not only
Everything.
gotta hear it
Yeah.
in the session, but you gotta hear it in the car.
Here at home.
Car home. You gotta hear it at home. You gotta hear it all the time, right? And it can become a lot. What would you say is the
Yeah.
pros of having your dad?
Obviously him being my dad, so it's always 24 access,
Yeah.
24/7 access. So I always have somewhere to come work out
Look
and
at it, talking
always
about, come
somebody to help
on.
me. But I would say, like you said, always hearing somebody. He's gotten better about it, but he also helped coach me for AAU as well. But we always made the agreement that always like he's coach, but he's also dad. So when after the game's over, he gives me a little speech. After that, he goes back to dad. So we just
Yeah,
have our relationship outside of basketball as well.
that's good. That's good. Dad, what would you say are the cons
The
of
cons,
having of training your daughter?
I would say the con of it would be the fact that um, it's always tough to wear multiple hats, right?
Yeah.
Because and it's always hard for her to hear me 24/7, and sometimes I feel like my voice sometimes can be dull because she hears it
Yep.
so much, right? And also like the frustration that you get because it's your own kid and you want to wring their neck out, but you still
Yep.
got to teach them at the same time. You know what I mean? So that's just one of the cons. To be honest with you, like I I didn't have a lot of problem with either one of my kids. Our son, he's a senior in college. He plays Division 3. I didn't
Okay.
have a ton. It's a lot of moments where we've kind of been like, but like for the most part, like it's been pretty smooth. I say that much.
Hmm.
For me, she may say something different, but for me, it's been fairly smooth.
Yeah, yeah. And you just said something I want to stay on. So you just said your son, which you have, I'm assuming you have two, her and then your son are the ones that play basketball,
Correct.
correct?
Correct.
So your son is at a Division 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your daughter is going to a Division 1. Like, what was there any dynamics of just like from the family household of like the different levels and the comparison and all of that? Like, I feel like a lot of families that have multiple kids that play sports, I get it a lot where they come to me and asking like, one kid is going to one level, another kid is going to another level, and there's kind of sometimes friction between the siblings just from the comparison of the outside world. Did you ever deal with any of that?
Well, honestly, it hasn't been a lot because our son, her and my son, they're best friends.
Got you.
Like if something happens with one of them know it first.
Yeah,
So like he's very supportive and like he has no issue. He doesn't care. You gotta understand a lot of times it's a lot different for guys on that level than it is girls.
that's true.
Right? Size is a real big thing for the guys. And my son coming out of high school was like 6 foot wearing like 155. So
Yeah,
it's a big difference. But the thing about him is he was a hardcore soccer player who decided late he wants to be a basketball player. So for me, that is definitely a success story in its own because he could have played Division 1 soccer easily,
mm.
but wanted to be a basketball player. And I tell him a lot of people didn't make a roster, no matter what level it is.
No matter
So
what level.
for him to be on a roster and play and contribute, that's a story. That's a success story.
Yep. And at the end of the day, get the education. I always
For
tell
sure.
parents like, I don't care what level, D free or close to it, or somewhere that you enjoy. Like, you should enjoy your college experience and be able to walk away with an education at the end of the day, right? Meeyah,
Right.
what would you say was the toughest part about your recruiting process?
I would definitely say after making the decision, calling each and coach and telling them like that you weren't choosing the school. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's after you make a relationship with somebody after so long, it's just hard, just kind of like to break it off. So
Yep. Yep. Yep.
unless you feel like the disappointment, but at the end of the day, you got to realize like it's almost like a business, and they'll move on to the next person and find somebody as well.
I feel like that's probably one of the things that most athletes say is having to tell everybody else no. Like,
Yes.
I feel like your heart beating fast. Like,
Oh my gosh, yes, it was so hard. I almost cried. It was so hard.
it's like, dang, I really got to tell this coach that I've been talking to for the longest. I probably know their family. I know their dogs. I know everybody at this point. And I
Yes.
got to tell them no.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's really what you just said. At the end of the day, it is a business. And you can only go to one school. At the end of the day, you can only go to one school. And these coaches know that. Like, these coaches know that they're not going to get everybody. So, one, kudos to you because it's some athletes that don't call everybody, right? It's some coaches that find out on social media, right?
Yeah.
Which
Crazy.
is like, so I think that that's very good that you actually called each coach or whatever coaches you did call and tell them like, I'm going to Clemson. No, I was just playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I love it. Dad, what advice would you give to other parents who you are done with? Are you done with AAU, right?
No, I'm well. She is. I'm still coaching though. I
Okay,
still
well,
coach
just
at
from
FSU.
a parent side, you're done with AAU, what advice would you give to other parents who are navigating their athletes' AAU journey?
I would say don't. Let me move where you can say me. I would say don't chase like the name of a program.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not that you
There it
have to
is.
go to the biggest and best program there is. You got to go to a program that's going to fit you, but also find a program that's going to put you in gyms to play against great competition. So I know a lot of times you'll have some local teams that'll save some kids and try to keep them, and they're like higher level than everyone else, right? So if that coach is at least putting you in live period games where you're playing against the top so you can be showcased, is good because there's a lot of people who have made it from independent teams. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Two, make sure you get on a team that the communication's there, that you're aware of what they're trying to do with your child. You know what I mean? And then go to a place where they're not the best one.
Yeah.
That's gonna make them grow. We were in a situation that we were on a team where our younger team was beating our older team. And I'm not gonna call out names of what team it was, but it wasn't a thing to say that the program wasn't trying to make them better. It's just at that time they didn't have the players to help her grow.
Yeah.
So we ended up moving to FBC because she got there and it was tough. And she had to really develop herself to be a better player instead of being the best in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if that's what you're looking for as a parent, you're hurting your kids up front. All right,
Facts.
you can't
Facts.
bounce from team to team because your kid doesn't get all the shots they want, or they're not starting the position they want to start.
Yep.
Like sometimes you got to work for it. You just got to work
Yep.
for it and grit it out.
No, I like that. Now, before FBC, how long were you with the other program?
The other program, well, it was kind of weird. We were with a team that merged with a team. So we were with a program when she was in fourth grade, Tennessee Chosen Few, and then we merged to a program, and she was there from seventh grade to eighth grade, and then we left and came to FBC her freshman year. So
Oh,
we never
okay.
really team hopped. We
Got you.
stayed with the same teams growing up, and we just moved when we needed something that was a little bit more. When she realized she really wanted to play at a high level.
Yeah, and I think that's important. I think you said something earlier. One, it's important to know, like, one, what do you want? It was the last family. I don't know which group out of the three that talked about it, but it was like, if you want to go be the best player and score all the points, cool. It's a team for you. If you want to play at the highest level, cool. It's a team. Like, it's a team for everybody, but it's about knowing what you want. If you trying to score all
Exactly.
the points and be the best player, and like, you might not play at that highest level because it's 10 of y'all, right? So I think that that's key to know, like, what do you actually want from this AAU thing.
Exactly.
So I think that's key. Meeyah, what advice would you give to other athletes as they navigate this journey?
I would also say like not to choose like the big names. Find somewhere like that fits you, but also like don't rush your process.
Mm-hmm.
Like get to know coaches, have a relationship with everybody. But when the time like there's a feeling like when you know it's the school that you want to go to,
Hey, you team.
then you go.
Yeah. When you know, you know. At the end of the day, what would you say stands out about your game?
I would say I get everyone involved. Uh I say like my pull up is what I'm best at. I would say I like I'm not the best at driving. I'll say that driving and going into the lane, but the mid range is where I'm best at. But also getting everybody else involved.
The midi is on point, is what you're saying. I love a good mid range. I love it. I feel like that's what's missing in the game. Like the mid range.
It's all the way gone now. Like,
It's
especially in pros.
like why though? It's like finding somebody that like can really not get to a spot and knock down a mid range is so rare.
Yeah, I mean, like if you think about the pros, even like NBA and WNBA, like I got guys that I trained that played in the league and who are playing high level, which people she's been able to train with. That tell me that a lot of the pro coaches will be like, man, it's either a 3-pointer or a layup
That's
because they feel like
crazy.
they feel like middies are not a great percentage shot. It is weird because it's all about analytics now, right? So um, I got a player who just left the college, and they told him they rather him shoot a floater off the ball screen. This is a Power 4 school. Rather him shoot a floater than shoot a mid range because of NBA analytics.
That's
He's a smart
crazy.
player. He's a very smart player. He was like, so if the big is playing drop coverage, why would I not pull up? So it's weird, man. Like really, if you're an NBA star like LeBron or whatever, you can shoot whatever you want. There's no shot that you can't take.
Facts, facts,
So
facts.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
That's a fact. Y'all, now it's 24 y'all up in here. It's 12 likes. I need you to go ahead and hit that like button. We should have 24 likes by now. Go
For
ahead and
sure,
hit
you
that
right.
like button. Do it. Devin, first question. My question is, how often do you train? How often do you two train off season versus in season? We're going to go with that first question first.
You want that or you want me to get it?
I'll do it. So obviously I have like school workouts and stuff. My school, there's really no break. We always are all the time on go. But I also like work out with him. I try to go 3 times a week with having school workouts. Off season we train more, obviously, but in season it's a little less just because practices last longer,
Mm-hmm.
and also you want to recover your body and not beat down your body as much.
And
What
I think a
great.
lot of
Oh,
times
go ahead.
the questions that people don't ask sometimes is how are you training during off season versus
Now, that's the one. Like, I was, my
yeah.
bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
Are you
I
good?
was literally just talking to a parent yesterday, literally, that was telling me, like, they daughter in the gym every day, blah, blah, blah. And my question was, like, what are they actually doing in the gym? Like,
Right.
what do the workouts actually look like? Like, how is the
Yeah.
training? Because you can do all this stuff, and if you ain't doing it full speed, if you ain't doing the right stuff, it's almost like sometimes you're wasting your time.
Right.
Okay.
For me, I got a philosophy about each season. So you have season, off season, preseason. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like in the season it should be
Rhythm.
rhythm, getting to your spots, pulling up, some skill work, but we're not trying to be crazy creative.
Mm-hmm.
Off season, when we get into our bag, like what can we add to the game? What are some things that are going to be challenging your handle or your footwork or getting into your shot, or what kind of difficult shots can we make? And then preseason is kind of hard nosed high reps. Like
Mm-hmm.
we just want to be in shape. A lot of reps, still somewhat in our bag, but we're always going to work on footwork and getting better. But it's just the dynamics that we're trying to, be very explosive and really crazy going hard because the conditioning matters.
Yep. Yep. That makes sense. What grade what grade did the consistent training start?
Was I saying?
I think third grade. Third grade is when it finally hit. Because she was a soccer player as well.
Okay.
I say third, like the summer.
It's when I third grade is kind of when I started wanting to get serious about it.
But then by fourth grade, we were locked in, and she was
But
like, "I hate soccer."
yeah, but I used to go like after school care, and then that kind of stopped. My after school care was just training with him and stuff. So
Got it. Makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense. Now, we got obviously you got public school, you got prep school, you got private school. You're private, right?
yes,
Why private school?
um, I feel like the education that really matters. Clemson,
Mm-hmm.
they have a really good education as well. It's a harder school to get into, but it just kind of prepares you for college.
Yeah. What does a typical schedule look like for you?
My schedule this year is pretty easy.
Why y'all
She in her
the
senior,
fact that
she in
y'all
her senior
listen,
year.
My
first of
senior
all, the fact that y'all both start laughing tells me that you ain't got nothing to do this your senior
No,
year.
no. I would
She,
say on my other years it's been pretty tough. I've been taking like honors classes and stuff, but I still take an honors class this year. But this year I give myself a break. I take 2 art classes. I have 2 free periods, and then math, English, and forensics. It's not hard.
So big senior year, you chilling. That's what you
I'm
saying,
chilling.
basically.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Now, going through this journey, is it anything, and this is for both of y'all. Meeyah, I'll start with you. Is there anything that you would have done differently?
I wouldn't say so. I not that I can think of.
I would say I would have switched her to FBC a lot
That's
earlier.
no, yeah, that.
Mm, So
because of the type
FBC,
of
you with
players.
Mo. You was with Mo. Y'all was
Yeah,
with Mo.
yeah. We still, and I coached 17U Whitmo.
Nice.
So like I think the environment there she would have been further along in her game a lot sooner. She grew a lot from just the years that she was there. But you gotta think she in the gym with Jelani Cambridge,
Yeah.
Joyce Edwards, Zamaria. You know what I mean? It's all them girls in there that she had to work with, practice, go against, that really shaped her to be a more aggressive player.
Yeah.
One thing she said that she loves about herself is her midi. Man, she a lockdown defender. Like
Mm.
she
She
a real
one of
selfless
them.
player. Yeah, she'll
I
lock
love me a
down.
knock. Give
She'll
me a
get
lockdown
everybody
defender any
involved,
day.
knock down an open shot, whatever. She's really whatever you're gonna need her to do. But
Yeah.
at that level, when you have those type of players, you gotta learn to be great at something, and not have to always be great at everything, and be okay with that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I think the environment did. It made her learn how to be great at something, but still know how to contribute and do whatever's needed. But like, it wasn't about her just scoring buckets all game.
Yeah. Man, y'all dropping a lot of gems. Like parents, I need you to take that away. Like be great at something. You don't have to be good at every single thing. You need to be really good at something. What is one thing you would do? Well, same thing. Well, what is one thing you would do different when you were entering your high school years? Let me start putting them. My bad.
Mm.
What is one thing you would do different when you start entering your high school years?
That's a big one. What you think?
I don't really. I don't think there's anything different because I started. I had the opportunity to start like practicing and stuff with the high school like when I was in fifth grade, just to
Mm.
like help out a lot. So I don't. I'm not really sure if there's anything I do different. I'd say probably playing against guys more. That's honestly helped. I used to go play pickup with my brother sometimes, but I would say if I played a little bit more, it would help a lot more with my
So,
game.
so playing against the boys more.
Yeah, there'll be nights in here like he has a class going on right now, but there's a bunch of guys from my school and they come in and we play 3-on-3 all the time after like every session during like off season, and I'll say that helps a lot.
Yeah, I like it. I like it, Dad. You kind of talked about this earlier, but what questions do you feel parents should ask when choosing an AAU team?
Um, hmm. I would same. It's almost like a college. Like, what style of ball do you play?
Mm-hmm.
That's like, or how are you going to develop my child?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of teams, they will say like we develop, but they really don't.
Every
Right?
listen, everybody gonna say they develop, and everybody gonna say they get you some exposure, and they
Right.
don't.
Exactly. Like, another question would be, what I could say is what is the best form of communication? Because sometimes, ooh, like, it can be unorganized, it can be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
With every AAU team, is gonna be something crazy about them that you're not gonna like.
Mm-hmm.
What I tell parents a lot of times, find the crazy that you can deal with.
Facts. Yeah.
What crazy part is not gonna bother me as much, and is it a good environment for my kid? Because sometimes you go to some places, a lot of drama. It's a lot of drama. It's a lot of hatred, jealousy, and that's gonna be anywhere. You can't dodge it all the time, but you got to really pay attention to the environment.
Yep.
Um, and see and pay attention to how the coaches interact with your kids. You can tell when someone's genuine or somebody just want to win some games to say they win games.
Yep. Yep.
So I mean, that's the tips that I can give. And like I said, what kind of relationships with schools do they have?
Mm-hmm.
Like, who are you talking to on a daily basis? Like, do you have Power Four contacts? Do you have mid major contacts? Do you have Division two or three? And then reality, parents, you got to understand what level your kid really is. Yeah, just be honest. Be honest, and
Yep.
then try to find the team that's going to fit them in that manner. So that's what I say.
I like it. I like it. Meeyah, there are some 26ers who are still trying to make their decision. What advice you talked about to the younger athletes earlier? What advice would you give to any other 2026s that are trying to make the decision on where they will be playing next year?
Um, First, I would say school matters, like academics wise. The school doesn't have something what you want to major in, I wouldn't go to a school that doesn't have what you plan on doing the rest of your life. But another thing is like the area and the town and city matters. Like if it doesn't fit, like Clemson, like it's a lot like how Tennessee is. It's not too small, but it's big. Like that matters. Like
Mm-hmm.
you like find things that you like to do that matters. I would say also like take your visits and stuff.
Mm.
See like what it's like on campus. Talk to the players, what they feel about things, and talk to the coaches. Build relationships.
I like it. I like it. I appreciate y'all. Y'all gave a lot of great information. Y'all drop some fire emojis, drop some congratulations from Meeyah. Meeyah, make sure you tell people where they can find you, what's your social media so that they can go follow you and stay along your and follow your journey this year as you get ready to get to Clemson.
Yes, follow me on it's everything on my socials. It's all Meeyah Green 24.
Meeyah Green 24, Meeyah Green 24. Y'all make sure y'all follow my girl Meeyah. What just happened to my screen? There we go. Make sure y'all follow Meeyah. Again, congratulations again. I enjoyed talking to
Thank you.
y'all. There we go. Let me fix that.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And I look forward to following your journey. Like I told you, we was talking a little bit offline. I love Clemson staff.
Yes.
Probably one of my favorite, honestly. Just down to earth, real, honest. And as you can, as y'all can see, they are doing a thing with the #1 recruiting class. Again, shout out to y'all. Good luck this year, and I can't wait to see you in a Clemson jersey.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
All right. All right. Bye.
I see you.
All right.
Okay. Before we get to this video,
Good job,
Y'all, a lot of information was dropped. Let me do that. A lot of information was dropped. Meeyah's one of them ones. Make sure y'all follow Meeyah, Meeyh Green, Green. I think she said 24. I forgot. I think it was 24. Meeyah Green 24 on all social media. Make sure y'all follow her. Next up, we got another hooper, y'all. We got another hooper, Asia Lee, who is going to Florida State. I'm excited for this one. I am excited for this one. Florida State got a good one. Y'all, I was looking at her social media earlier today, and I'm like, oh yeah. They got a good one. I'm excited to bring on Asia. Make sure y'all get y'all questions ready. Let me get this off the screen. Get y'all questions ready and hit this like button. If y'all have not hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button. Share this out with somebody who needs to hear it. What is up, Mr. Marco, Marley? Who else is over here? I've been seeing y'all in the chat. Again, make sure y'all put y'all questions in the chat. I am going to go ahead and bring up Asia. Let me find her real quick. Let me find her real quick. I don't know if this is. There we go.
Hey.
There we go. I wonder, it's you, your mom and dad, huh? Yeah. Turn your phone. Let me see if you could turn it. Hey. Either what we can do is you can just turn the phone, or I wonder if you turn it sideways. No, it's probably not. Never mind because the boxes. Say it again.
We're on a laptop.
Okay, yeah, it's because of the shape of the box. Yeah, we'll just move the camera. First of all, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I'm a little tired. I've been moving all day. I had a little photo shoot earlier today, but I'm definitely excited for this conversation. To talk to y'all. Let me get this. Yeah. This is hold on one second. Let me get this chat box back. I don't know what happened to it. There we go. There it is. I'm gonna start with a little intro. You can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Asia Lee. I go to Olathe North High School, and I'm committed to FSU.
FSU. We're gonna get started with that. Why did you choose Florida State?
Florida State. I definitely chose Florida State just because of the relationships I've had with each and every one of the coaching staff. Mm-hmm. Not only did they support me in AU, but they came to a lot of my high school games last year, and from Tallahassee to KC is not an easy flight. So for them to come out all the way down to Wichita, Kansas, and watch me in the state tournament, it meant a lot. And then like not only
Yeah.
that, relationships, but obviously like when I went down there, like everything kind of just confirmed it. Like our relationships that we were building beforehand, before I got to campus, it just confirmed it. So
Yeah. Now, did you put out a top 3 or a top 4? What was your
yeah,
top?
I put out a top 4 like a few weeks before that. It was Georgia Tech, Houston, and West Virginia, and Florida State.
So, and I know you just talked about them coming to your state game, right? Was there anything else that kind of gave Florida State the edge over the 3 that you just talked about?
Definitely, I would say the number one thing was relationships, especially my relationship with Coach Brooke, the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
It's like no other. And I feel like if I'm going to be that far, Tallahassee from Kansas, that's like 14 hours, 2 flights. So if I'm going to
Yeah.
be far, feel like I have that genuine connection, which I do with all the coaches, but you don't get that with many head coaches. So
Yeah, that's good. Mom, Dad, obviously I know it was Asia's decision. She's the one that has to go play for the coach and be out there. But what was it about Florida State that made y'all feel confident enough to say, yeah, this is the school that I'm sending my baby to?
Yeah. Well, from the first time when Coach Brooke offered Asia, it was like a FaceTime call. We were actually sitting in this office, and I don't know, there's just an energy. Like,
Yeah.
there's a around Brooke and Bill. And like us moms, we get a gut feeling a little bit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt like it was genuine. I felt like they watched her for a while, before they actually extended the offer, which was cool, because they did a true evaluation. Um, what I really like too is that not only did they come out to a lot of her club games and high school games, but they saw different types of games.
Mm-hmm.
They saw games where she didn't play so well. They saw games where she went off,
Yeah.
so they got to see the whole, player that they would get. But a lot of their phone calls, they were just truly getting to know her,
Mm-hmm.
as the person. So I really like that. And yeah, I felt good about it. I'll turn the camera.
Dad, before you even answer that, because I'm forgetful and I'm going to forget. And Mom, you just said 2 things that's very important for parents to know. One was they watched Asia play multiple times. And parents, I need y'all to take that because a lot of parents feel like if a coach comes to a game and they don't offer after the first time, the coach ain't interested. Or
Right.
like always in a hurry to get an offer. And at the end of the day, like to me, I feel like the most important ones are the ones where the coaches watch multiple games versus, oh, we watched that game, we gonna offer. And in my opinion, it's like, how do you even know if this kid fit off of one game, off of 5 minutes, off of 10 minutes?
Right.
It's like watch multiple. And the second thing you said that really stood out was the coaches saw the good and the bad. They saw
Yeah.
when you went off. They also saw when you didn't play good. And I think that that's important for a coach to get the overall picture of who this athlete really is. So I'm glad that you said that. On you, Dad.
Yes, I would say clear communication.
Yeah.
You don't really, um, know how to value clear communication until you know different situations to where things have been a little uncertain. And so you kind of wait out, but it's been consistent. It's just been very consistent. We were never in a situation to where we didn't know what was going on,
Right.
that how they felt about her or how they valued her. So that was a huge indicator that that was a relationship that was genuine. And so, that's all you want is for your kid to be in a place to where she's valued and she's, with genuine people.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Absolutely. Asia, what would you say was the toughest part about your recruiting journey?
the toughest part, I would definitely say the toughest part about my recruiting journey, it's like 2 of them. Like 2, just narrowing down. Like
Yeah.
like there were a lot of schools where I had very, very good relationships with from, not even just like the head coach or anything, but from like every one of the coaching staff. So just narrowing down in, you know, making those phone calls. It wasn't terrible for me, but like it was kind of hard because it's like, well, I have a genuine relationship with you, but I also have a genuine relationship with you. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's kind of difficult. So I would probably say that was probably the hardest.
Yeah. Yeah. Mom, Dad, what is something you know now that you wish you would have known sooner? Just throughout this whole basketball journey.
Um, I would say um a couple of things. Like she didn't need to travel so early
Stop,
at
stop, stop,
all.
stop. Please say that again.
Yeah,
Please.
definitely did not need to leave the region in seventh grade. There was no reason for that, but I didn't. We didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, we went and traveled to a tournament down in, was it Alabama, Arkansas,
Alabama.
Alabama? Yeah, Hoover, Alabama. You
Mm-hmm.
know, from Kansas City. There's no coaches at our games in seventh grade, and you know, it was a good experience, but it just was unnecessary. So definitely, if I could do it, if we could do it all over again, I would say not to travel so early. Just focus on development. Another thing I would do differently with her is she probably wouldn't have played up. She's always played up since,
Mm.
you know, since, well, until 17U, always played up. And so I think there's value in like, for her, like building that confidence if she would have just dominated her age group. Um, but I mean, playing up was still good for her. You know, she got to build some resilience. You know, she was always really good. So you know, she got to play, but she's been in situations where she was like a starter. She's been in situations where she rode the bench. You know, she's been in different types of situations. So every every part of her journey was helpful to her. But if we
Mm-hmm.
could do it all over again, probably not play up and definitely not travel so
That's
early.
good. That's good. Dad, you got anything to add with that?
Yes, it's. I would say that just to take it all in, you know, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't last forever,
Yeah.
and it's a time to really build great bonds with your family, with your child. You know, there's a lot of teaching moments, so just slow down just long enough to really soak that in because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for all of these girls,
Mm-hmm.
and it's such a blessing. And so I would just say, you know, just continue to have that gratefulness about your journey because you're a light to a lot of different people, you know, that's around you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would say just take that in. And
Yep.
that's really it.
I love that. Asia, what advice would you give to other athletes as they navigate this journey?
Definitely just to take your time with it. And I would say make sure that when you are like making your final decision, like go with who you think is genuine. Because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of coaches and a lot of people could like fake it, but like you can, like my mom, like she can read really well. Like you can know like when a person is genuine or it's like, I don't really get good vibes. So
Yeah.
definitely. So overall, what I'm trying to say is go for your relationships. Who do you have a relationship with? Because it's like, for instance, like if you're going far, like you gotta feel like you're at home. You gotta feel secure enough to be like, okay, like I could be here. Like this feels like home. So
Right.
just really.
That's good. Mr. Marco Wingwood, what do you think separated you from your school team? What do you think separated you from your school team, school district, your city for scouts to recruit you? Was it accolades, personal relationships, basketball connections, family support?
Supporting me from my school team
Yeah, hold on, let me
to,
see. So, what do
okay.
you think what do you think separated you from the question says, I'm trying to like summarize it because it says, what do you think separated you from your school team? We're just going to go with what do you think separated you to get recruited?
What separated me to get recruited was, I would say, I gained a lot of leadership over the years. Like I feel like when I was young, like obviously, like I didn't talk like or any of that stuff, but I've gotten better with just being more vocal. Like I wasn't always just from like young coming up. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't always just best player on the team or like this most skilled player, but I always had like this energy about me, or like I would lead no matter what environment I was in, playing up with older girls or younger girls. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
I would lead and just do the best that I could. But I've gotten like a lot better with that in high school and on AU, especially now. Just my leadership. So
Makes sense. I love it. I love it. Mom, Dad, what questions do you feel parents should ask when trying to find an AAU team or trying to choose the right AAU team?
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I would say look at the program for
Mm-hmm.
sure, but more specifically, pay attention to what team your baby's gonna be on. What team and what coach.
Yes.
Um, because the program could be like really well, respected, play on top circuit, whatever. But then they put your kid on a team where, that coach might not believe in you. You might be ninth on the bench, like, those specific things. So I would say ask specifically about the coach that's going to coach her, the team, definitely development. Can you help my baby develop?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of coaches, a lot of AAU coaches were interested in Asia when she was younger, but there was like a lot more development that needed to happen. And so they were like, oh, we're going to roll out the red carpet for her. We're going to give her this, this, and this. And for us, it's like, but can you help her get better? Can you help her
Right.
understand? And then the second part is like, where's my baby in the depth? Like, she might not need to start, but is she going to play? Because like I've heard, other parents on your show say, and I totally agree with, you got to be on the floor to showcase your
Right.
talent. You know, you have to be on the floor, and you have to be able to at least, get some good minutes so that you can, number one, get better, get
Mm-hmm.
reps, and number two, so coaches can see you. That's the whole
Right.
point. AAU is for exposure,
Yep.
So
I always say coaches can't recruit what they don't see.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, so she's definitely she played on the Nike circuit a couple
Mm-hmm.
years, and she played on the Adidas circuit, and I was really proud of her because she, you know, after playing for a couple summers on the Nike circuit and not really feeling like she had the chance to really showcase, she made the decision herself, like, hey, let's make this move. We didn't
Mm.
force her. We talked to her about it. We're like, hey, you could, because it's a big change, but she did, and I'm so happy she made that decision for herself because, like I said, the confidence, like you just saw a totally different, more confident player out there, and as parents, we see how hard our children work,
Right.
and you to be able to showcase that in games. And so yeah, that's what I have.
And I feel like a lot of people don't realize like how much confidence affects your game. Like
Oh yeah,
you totally different player when you just
yeah,
feel the confidence. When you feel that somebody else is confident in you, right?
right,
Like play so kudos to you first of all because I do feel like a lot of kids would stay in a situation that doesn't fit them, but they
right.
like afraid to make a change or feel like they gonna get talked about or they think it's just such a bad thing. And I'm so big on like you have to find the right fit because
Right.
it could change your season. Like it literally
Abs-
can. It can change your trajectory of who's recruiting you, of how you play. Like it changes so much.
I agree.
Definitely, definitely.
Dad, you got anything to add to that?
Really, just echoing what y'all said about
Yeah.
just finding the right fit,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that you're in a place to where it's in the best interest of your kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's really important to their development, their well being, all of those things on and off the court. Like it's a huge part of their journey, and you don't get it back.
Yeah.
So so making sure that you're in a place that serves you and you can serve as well. So.
Yeah. I like it. Asia, what advice? Actually, before I go to that, is there anything you would have done differently, just knowing what you know now, going through this whole process? Like, what is something that you would have done differently throughout your process?
Differently throughout my process, kind of what my mom was saying earlier. Like, I wouldn't play AAU so early because
Yeah.
it's like traveling all the way. I'm from Kansas. What are we traveling all the way to Alabama for when
Right.
I'm in the 7th, 6th grade? No coaches are, gonna be there, and it's like AAU, like you're trying to get seen. So it's like I feel like traveling that early is just I don't really know. I don't think
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
just traveling AAU, traveling, going all across the country. So
Yep.
early.
And I'm so glad that y'all say that because parents think like, and mom, you said it earlier, like from an experience, like it was probably a good experience, but was it something that was needed? Absolutely not. And when I talk to a lot of parents, that's probably the hardest thing it is to like get them to understand. When I'm talking to parents, it's just like, well, everybody's traveling, everybody's doing this, and it's just like there's no coaches that's gonna be at a 6th grade game. It's no
Right.
coaches that's gonna be at a 7th grade game. And then I even go as far to say, like, right now you see, some 8th graders, even 7th graders that might get an offer or something. But at the end of the day, your offer in the 7th grade is it's not going to be the same when you ready to make the decision. Coaches,
I'm gonna tell
most
you right
times,
now,
go ahead.
at all. I was just gonna say, I was just agreeing with you. It's not at all the coach she got her first offer in the 8th grade, and at the end when it came time to make the decision, that school was not even in the conversation.
Exactly.
At all. And a lot of those early offers, like coaches move around so much, they're not even at the same school. So yeah, I think somebody told me when she first got her offer, and I was like, "What?" They were like, "Eighth offer in the 8th grade is just a really nice compliment."
Right.
And I was,
Exactly.
but they're right. It really is just a compliment. Like, hey, we think you're good now. We're gonna keep watching.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
I was just gonna say, just to piggyback off of what my mom said, like, just when you're that young, like, definitely just focus on the development piece, because I know sometimes you can get caught up in he's got this offer, they got such and such got this offer. So it's like you're young, like focus on the development piece, and then all of that will play out and come. So
Right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. I love it. I love it. Last question, Asia. What advice would you give? What there's other 26s who are trying to make their decision, right? And they don't really know. They kind of nervous and just want to make sure they make the right decision. What advice would you give to other 2026s as they are looking to make the decision of where they're going?
Go where the fit is right. Don't just go chase like the big names and stuff. Just go where they love you. Like because you make your decision and you get there, you're not happy. It's like, why? So I just feel like you got to go where they love you, and kind of like I said earlier, go where you feel the relationship is genuine, and all of that stuff. It's like that. So.
Yep. I love it. I love it, man. This was good. Y'all gave a ton of information. Parents, I hope y'all are tuned into this and listening to the information. The number one thing I took away, one, is you ain't got to do all that traveling. And the 6th grade, 7th grade, like, it's okay. Play in some local events, at the crib, get better, focus on your development. Like, I really, really took that away. Asia, first of all, congrats, y'all. Drop some congrats in the chat. Drop some fire emojis. Good luck this year. I know you said y'all won state last year, right?
No,
or y'all lost. Y'all got to state. Let me say that.
We got to state and we placed 4th. So
okay, so this year we winning state.
Yes, for sure.
I'm with it. A lot of motivation there. I like it. Well, good luck. Good luck on your state run. Congrats again on your commitment. I look forward to following your journey. Thank y'all for hopping on. And
Thank you.
Thank y'all. All right, y'all. We got one more. We got our last person. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We got 30 of y'all in the building. We gonna end this thing strong. We got Ariyana Cradle. I call her Peanut, but I'm gonna introduce her as Ariyana, and then as we talk, it's probably gonna be Peanut. But we got Ariyana coming up on the stage, committed to Louisville. She been doing a thing. I got to watch a lot of her on P24. I actually got to watch them play, and with overtime, we're gonna bring my girl. Here she go. What is up? How you feeling?
I'm doing good. How you doing? Thank you for having me.
No problem. I know it's a little late. I know it's because you are an hour ahead, right?
Right.
Yeah. So we gonna get right to it. Louisville. What made you choose Louisville?
Well, Louisville, Coach Jeff and Coach JP been recruiting me since 7th grade. I ended up tearing my ACL my freshman year, so I had to sit out. But through that whole time, they stayed with me the whole time. Like checked on me, like all that stayed with me. So then when I took my visit, I just had this feeling like I've never had before, and I just knew like Louisville the school to go to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Now, tore your ACL your freshman year. Can you just talk about like that process, like of getting back? Because I wouldn't even. You don't have no brace or nothing, right?
wait, I'm sorry.
You don't wear no brace or nothing, right? Yeah. So just talk about, because if I just from watching you play, I would have never known you tore your ACL. Like talk about like, going through that journey, how you were able to bounce back so strong. Like, can you just talk about that?
Well, the journey wasn't easy at all, but I knew I wanted to come back better. And, a lot of people come back worse or like worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I knew I didn't want that for myself. So the very next day, like I had surgery, and that day, my trainer, Aliyah, she made me get up, start moving. Like she started rehab for me that day. So like,
Wow.
no option. So Asian Aaliyah pushed me each and every day. I walked in that gym, and I had physical therapy as well. So I mean, I just knew what I wanted for myself, so I didn't take it easy on myself. So
Yeah.
just keep pushing.
Now I like it. Now did you put out like a top 3 or a top 4 or anything?
No, I didn't do any of that stuff. I just had a couple of visits set, and then I took some. I still have more after my Louisville visit, but I ended up committing on the visit.
So what was it? I know you talked about, why Louisville, but what made you feel like, man, this is the one after your visit with Louisville?
I just had that genuine feeling from the coaches and the players, and I had ended up looking on the roster before I went, like who would be there, who wouldn't be there, and just
Oh,
like,
that's a good one.
when I got to that school. So talking to Coach Jeff, I'll come in playing as a point guard and just all that good stuff. And I knew I wanted to play my freshman year and get better and develop my game. So that was the right fit for me, for sure.
Boy, that's a good one. Though you said it. Like you looked at the roster to see who would be there. By the time you got there, like that's big. At the end of the day, like I think parents need to take that away, and athletes. Like you said, you looked at it yourself, but it's like look at the roster and see like these schools that's recruiting your athlete or you. Like see who's coming back in that position. See who they got. Like look at the roster, and that would now obviously you got the transfer portal, but that'll give you a good idea of like what it looked like for you as an athlete. Somebody said, can you still? No, you can't. Well, yeah, no. Can you still visit? It wouldn't be no point to visit another school after you committed. Honestly, it's like, because that's the school you're going to. If you commit, that you telling everybody that's where you're going. So It really wouldn't serve a purpose to go on another visit, after you've made a commitment. Peanut, I'm calling you Peanut. Peanut, what advice would you give to other athletes as they navigate this journey?
Do not rush the process. What's meant for you is meant for you. You'll end up in the right school. You'll get that feeling when you know like that school is for me. So do not rush the process at all.
That's good. Now, I feel like the parents are always trying to do their best, right, to help navigate, but sometimes it's a lot, right? And I like for athletes to kind of answer this question when it comes to parents or their guardian in general, whoever. But like, what is something you wish that like parents knew about this process that they really just don't know or understand from an athlete's perspective?
I mean, let your kid have a voice, and knowing what your kid will be able to do on that team and like how they be able to develop and just how they can grow as a player and a person off the court. So
That's good. Now, you're a small guard. You're what I call a small guard, right? And a lot of people say it's hard for small guards to get recruited. It's hard for this, yada, yada, yada. What do you feel like stands out about your game?
I'm a dog on both ends of the court.
That's a
play
fact.
defense. I will go full court. I will go get a bucket. I know how to get the players around me better and how for them to score the ball. I can score the ball. Like I can do it all. So
I definitely agree. I definitely watched a lot of overtime select, and I enjoyed. You was probably one of my favorite players to watch. I enjoy watching you play. No problem. Can you just talk about that experience for a second? Like just being there with other elite players. Like it's the elite of the elite at the end of the day. Like, can you talk about that experience?
Yeah, for sure. Well, overtime was always a dream of mine, so I got that chance last year and this year. But you're there. Everybody's there for one reason: is to win and to get better. And all those players are top in the country, whatever class you're in. So you got to go out there and compete. Really, like you can't duck nothing out there. Everybody's watching. You really got to show out and perform. Really, but it was honestly a great experience. I had so much fun on and off the court, and then we ended up winning
Facts.
this last year. So,
That was so
that
dope.
was
That
great.
was so dope. My girl JC is on the squad.
Yeah.
No wait, yeah, JC was on your team.
Yes, it was. Yep.
Yeah. No, I definitely enjoy watching y'all play. And you are at a prep school, correct?
Yeah, I'm at Aspire Academy.
That's what I thought. What made you choose to go to a prep school?
What made me choose to go to a prep school? I just needed to develop my game better and get prepared for college and just get ready for that next step and play against better competition and be on that national schedule.
Yeah. Speaking of, I know you got a crazy schedule, and I know you still got some stuff to do once we get off this call. Very last question: what advice would you give to other athletes as they navigate this journey?
Advice I would give to other athletes during this journey: stay in your own lane. Like again, what's meant for you will come to you, and just don't worry about all the outside noise and just keep your head down, stay focused, stay locked in, and just it'll all work out for good.
I love it, man. Peanut, I appreciate you for hopping on the call, giving some advice, dropping some gems. Drop your social media, let the people know where they can find you.
You can follow me on Instagram _.peanut5._.
_.peanut5. Y'all make sure y'all follow her. Drop some congratulations in the chat. Drop some fire emojis in the chat. Again, Peanut, shout out to you. Keep doing your thing. Thank you for hopping on tonight. And good luck. Good luck the rest of your season.
Thank you.
All right. Y'all, we have three amazing athletes. Meeyah going to Clemson, Asia going to Florida State, and Ariyana going to Louisville. What we got over here? Somebody said, I noticed none of them mentioned Gamecocks or LSU. None of them are going to LSU or South Carolina. Shout out to both. But we got Clemson, we got Florida State, and we got Louisville in the building tonight. Mr. Marco said, I appreciate the maturity level of these girls. It shows why players should have a personal drive and motivation, take ownership of their process. I love this. That is so true, Mr. Marco. Dre said, I am about to look her up. I have to catch. Yes, it's a lot of talent, Dre. It is a ton of talent, a ton of young athletes getting to it. Definitely look her up. Kendra said, congratulations. Good to see the talent spreading around. Y'all, this was good. Like, I love when the parents can come, like, and really give a lot of information. We had Asia Mama talking about, right, like, you don't have to travel in the 6th grade, in the 7th grade. You don't have to do all that traveling, right? Meeyah's dad talk about, like, finding the right fit. Find the right fit. At the end of the day, Peanut dropping a lot of gems, like being a small guard, and she talked about like how she a dog. If you want to be a small guard, you got to be a dog on both ends of the floor. You got to be able to guard. You got to be able to pick up 94 feet, and you got to be able to get a bucket. Yes, parents. Yes, Marley. Parents make a difference for sure. Listen, y'all heard my girl Kendra. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and do that. We at 22 likes. Let's get these likes up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed, because we got a lot of content for y'all. Every Tuesday, we got a podcast episode that's dropping on the channel. Every Wednesday, we live. Every Wednesday, we are live, and I am bringing on athletes who have made the big decision on where they are playing college next year, and we bring on their parents to help give advice. Every single Thursday, we have breakdown interviews from the college coaches that we are interviewing. I take that, I break it down. So it is a ton of content that is on the page. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Let's get this to 25 likes. We are at 24. We're at 24 likes. Let me know in the comment section what your takeaway was. What was your biggest takeaway? Now, y'all know, if y'all feeling real generous, go ahead and hit that super chat. Hit the little money sign. You can do $1.99. It don't matter. I get excited for all the super chats. So if you feeling real generous, you done subscribed, you done like, and you really feeling the channel, go ahead and drop your girl a super chat. 99 cents, $1.99. I don't care what it is. How about listen, Marley, we back. Talking about how about my aces. Marley, me and my mama will be back on Friday. And we definitely are rooting for them aces. Shout out to the aces that will be in the finals with the Mercury. Who y'all got? Who y'all got winning? I got the aces. I'm going with the aces. I need my girl Asia Wilson to get a championship. Let me know who y'all got. And if y'all ain't got nothing to do on Friday, me and my mama, we be commentating all the games, the WNBA games, and we're going to do some college games. So on Friday, me and my mama got game 1. So y'all come hang with us, get some laughs in, get in the chat. Have a good time, because it's a good time when we be commentating. Somebody said it's going to be a great series. It is definitely going to be a great series. Marley, are you pulling up to the commentation on Friday? Are you pulling up to the commentation on Friday? Listen, if there's any parents on here that have daughters, you have an athlete playing basketball, you need to be in a different community. The different community where I bring on a lot of different people to help you navigate this space.
Congratulations on taking the first step, but you need a little bit more. You need a community, the different community. Inside of this community, we got monthly calls, monthly Q&As. I'm bringing in college coaches. I'm bringing in really whoever y'all want to get your questions answered. Not only that, it's a community for parents. You get to engage with each other. You get to communicate with each other, ask questions, and go along this journey together, not alone. Y'all, the community is free for 7 days. Click the link in the description, and I'll see you on the inside.
All right, now, the community is free for 7 days. And for y'all that stay to the end, I got a little treat for you. 15% off of merch. You get 15% off of merch. Go ahead and use code podcast. Let me put the link in the chat for y'all before we get off of here. I'm going to put the link in the chat for you. You get 15% off of merch. Shop the merch. Shop the merch. Again, thank y'all for being with us tonight. Tomorrow we got content dropping. We got a special live tomorrow too. I guess I did announce it. I put it on the page, but we have our first live commitment. Our Jayla will be committing live on the podcast. We do these series, right, where I bring on the athletes after they committed. But tomorrow we have an athlete who's going to commit live, and I'm super, super excited about it, to have our very first live commitment. Shout out to Ashley. I appreciate it. Hit the ground running. I definitely did. I learned so much. Take it to the top, Ashley. Absolutely. I definitely will. And I definitely will do that by y'all support. So I appreciate y'all continuing to support the channel, continuing to share it out. Always hitting that like button for your girl. I definitely appreciate it. I guess I will see y'all. I said I would see y'all Friday, but I will hopefully see y'all tomorrow for the big, big announcement of where our Jayla will be going to school. And I'm so excited. We got a live, let me say it again, a live commitment. I love when we got like the first. When I do the first of something, I'm always excited about it. So shout out to our Jayla for trusting me and It's Just Different Pod to deliver her big decision and announcement. Again, y'all, thank y'all for listening to me talk. Thank y'all for listening to these athletes. I enjoyed it, and I am out.
Thank you for staying to the very end. For that, I got a gift for you. You see, I'm always indifferent, and you can be indifferent too. It's just different. Apparel.com. Use code podcast to get 15% off. And if you did not like and subscribe, go ahead and do that.